Quaye. Oh yeah, the organizer Ghana DJ Awards. Mercury, good evening.
Good evening.
Bibi aboko dear.
Boko.
Secretary no we are dear kakra. You be preparatory kakra. Yes, I'm about the DLFM.
Thank you.
And I do a bon komo. Na what you must say me betodwa say Ghana DJ Awards e course no. Call bi baye. Say want to me in fact Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy and to show no so. Abana saying
thank you. Yani, as you may be aware, on 25th November, you know, when it comes to this year's Ghana DJ Awards, it is the biggest since its inception. If you look at, you know, the promo, if you look at the quality of artists, if you look at, you know, the audience, everything, it's the biggest. So on the 25th, when we were just about putting things together regarding, you know, dress rehearsals. Shatta Wale's manager was on the ground. We had
the manager, Sammy Flex.
Yes, Sammy Flex was on the ground. We had, you know, other, you know, performers on the grounds. Then I had a call, and this call was from the IGP's office, and the caller says that it has come to the IGP's offices notice that Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy were built to perform on my show, on our show, and that the call is to tell me that it was not possible to put them on the show. So I was surprised, and you know, because that was the first time I was hearing anything like that. I know there has been a rift between the two guys. I know they signed a bond, but I mean, to the best of my knowledge, that had been resolved. So I was taken aback a bit, you know. So I probed further. I wanted to have more answers, and I'm a journalist. I was asking questions, but it got to a point where the caller, I guess, got frustrated. It was like, my dear friend, this is an order from above. So this is what it is.
Okay.
You if you want to put it,
it's either you take it or leave it.
Yes, or leave it. And if you want to go ahead and do that, then you should be ready to face the full rigors of the law.
Wow. But me say no catch your sponsor say Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy be performing. Did you communicate back to your sponsors?
As I was on the call, we were just like 2 hours away from the show. So as I was on the call, when the call came, I was communicating at the same time with, sponsors. As it were, it was a very difficult time, because you can imagine you have organized an event before. I believe we have all organized events before, regardless how big, how small. It's when it gets to that time, it is very busy. Getting over 200 calls at the same time from different places, nominees that need certain answers about certain things. You have performers, trying to find out, how things are going to go. You have people trying to buy tickets. You have suppliers calling you, about, where to put what, and you have to, relay certain information to them and stuff like. So it was a very difficult time to actually even get to have that conversation. But as it were, that is what it was.
How did you feel?
I felt, I can't describe the feeling I had, because, a brand is a promise. We had promised our fans we were going to give them a good time. We had promised our fans, and based on the promise, I believe that's why the people who bought tickets to the show bought tickets. They knew they were going to see Shatta Wale. They knew they were going to see Stonebwoy. They knew they were going to see Kache, DJ Lord, name them. And this happened. So you could imagine how I felt, because I also knew that this would have actually painted a great picture about our showbiz industry. It would have actually also shown many people that there's no rift, there's no confusion between the two performers, as it has been purported to be. So I knew that this was going to be, it was not going to be the unifier, but it was going to show the whole of Ghana that there was no problem. Because I'm not sure Shatta Wale and Stonebwoy, there's a rift between them, as we all think. They are they are cool, you know. And I think that I remember when I was speaking with, you know, the representative from the IGP's office, I made mention of this, and he said, gentlemen, you know, it is not about the two guys. It is on a certain count, they are following, they are fans, you know. And so these were some of the things that came up. Yeah, I felt really bad, you know, that we couldn't get to have, you know, a very quality show. I know Ghana was waiting to see the two guys on a show.
And Ghana, the whole Africa, the whole world. Because Jumedian was live on DSTV.
Yeah, 48 African countries. And, you know, as I speak with you, I can show to this man who's sitting right by me, the kind of audience. Look at we had, from Saturday to today, we have over 1.2 million people. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Over 1.2 million people who we have reached with these awards. So that tells you the number of people that, you know, missed this very experience.
Wow. 40 minutes after 8, and I do Mercury Quaye.